tuning into Twiin View.
I'm Jazz.
And I'm Mo. So today we getting into some things, okay? But before we do that, we want to make sure that y'all make sure to like, follow, and subscribe. So before you get into anything, make sure you hit that subscribe button now and go ahead and like this. Period. Okay.
And share it with your family, friends, cousins, uncles, girlfriends, boyfriends, whomever, everybody. Okay? Get into it. Now, we have our first male write-in, y'all, and we are so excited because it's a male and he want to know what we think about a certain situation that he's going through, right?
Yeah, so shout out to the fellas that's watching us. So we appreciate y'all.
We love y'all too. Alright, go ahead, Mom. Get into it.
Okay, so I got this email, so I'm gonna read it to y'all. Hey Twiin View, I am in need of your honest opinion. I am the only boy of my 6 siblings, and I have a very close-knit bond with my mother. I practically make sure she has everything that she needs. However, no matter what I do for her, it's never enough. Rather than appreciate the good I do, she always complains about what I don't do. For example, I recently decided to take a move forward with purchasing a home with my girlfriend, and instead of her congratulating me, she feels like I should be moving her out instead. Is it selfish of me to put my wants and needs first?
So,
you don't know.
It ain't selfish, okay? Because you're wrong and your mama wrong. But
okay.
At what point do you set boundaries with your parents, with your family members? Because you don't always want your family to depend on you or whatever. Because again, what are you going to get in return? Right?
And it's not even always about what you get in return, because sometimes, you know, you are just in a better space to provide for your people than they can for themselves. However, we're talking about parents, not more so the leeches in the family. We'll get to them another day.
But that can also be draining too. I know what you're going with this. That can be draining though.
It can. However, that's where that parental boundary come in that you just spoke on, okay? So you gotta know how to have that boundary. So first of all, the fact that he already makes sure that she has everything, that's already no boundaries. Because that means if you make sure she got everything that she wants, that means that that's necessary things that she need and also the things that she want.
Correct.
Sometimes when you taking care of a person, you need to just make sure they got what they need, and that's it.
And keep it moving.
All that extracurricular, you know, I want this, I want that. If you constantly give to a person, then why you upset at them constantly taking from you?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like you got to have that boundary as to what you're giving out. It's okay to help, but what do you give it out?
And then at the same time, as far as I want this, and you steady giving it to her, why can't she go and get it herself?
That's another thing. Why
because
are you
I feel like
to take care of her?
You're only obligated, and you're not even obligated then to give somebody what they want if it's like going to be a gift, a birthday gift, a Christmas gift, or just because gift, and you're not even obligated to get it then.
You're not, but let's pay attention to the details real quick of this email. He is the only boy of 6 women, okay? And he got a very, very, very close-knit bond with his mama, okay? So already, that's a problem, because your mama depending on you like you her man. That's a problem for
the men of the house.
Yeah, so now that's overlapping into your relationship, and she feeling like she should be coming before his girlfriend. So that's already a problem. Why you looking at me? Okay, real quick side note. Jasmine has a son, okay, and she is their mama butt. I don't feel like you would overlap this relationship. I don't feel like you would depend on him.
I wouldn't depend on him. However,
he already told you he don't want you sleeping in his room. He only 6, so
don't tell me that.
That bond gonna break real quick.
But yeah, I'm not gonna overlap into his relationship, but I need her to understand that this is our relationship.
You know what? Don't listen to her. Don't let your mama do that to you.
No, real stuff don't.
Yeah, but then you also have, okay, so you have those situations, right? Where I don't know, you know, I don't know you personally. He did remain anonymous on the letter. So I can't really speak to whatever relationship you really have with your mom. But what if it's a situation where your mom's single? You know, maybe your dad didn't do her the way she needed to be done, or she just got bad luck with men in general. Then you have that state of jealousy. She may be jealous of how well her son treats this woman, and she may almost feel a little like, well, hell, if you're gonna get a house with her, is you gonna still make sure that I got the needs that I, you know what I'm saying, the wants and what I need necessary for me? Because at some point, mama not finna be calling this man house with his girlfriend there talking about some, I need you to pay my rent, or I need you to do this. Right. I need to know, like, what kind of agreement they got. So, first, sir, you need to establish boundaries. Let's start there. Because you can't be doing everything for your mama living in a home with a woman.
And then especially if she's not appreciating it. Because, granted, you're not obligated to do that. I do know, like, certain people feel like, oh, my mama, she did above and beyond for me. I want to provide her the world, or I want to give her the world. That's fine. But at the same time, with you giving your mama the world that she desires because she did such a good job raising you, it still needs to be some type of boundaries. Because then you're going to fall into situations like that. And then you have to think about it. If you're about to move in with your girlfriend, your wife, or whomever, how do you think she's going to feel that your mama is constantly calling y'all, asking you for stuff or whatever? Like, you about to make a big purchase, which is a home. Like, that ain't cheap. This ain't rent.
You can't get no residual income back.
Exactly.
Like
anything can happen. Furnace can go out, roof can cave in. Like, it ain't like y'all got an apartment and y'all got maintenance to do stuff for free. Because that's what you pay rent for. Like, so you got to take that into consideration when you're steady just giving your mama everything that you got. And then if I'm the type of person that if you don't appreciate what I'm doing for you, I'm going to back. Because I have been in a situation with my mama where I felt like I was giving her everything she asked for, but then she stood up here and talked to me like I'm crazy or something. I used to have to tell her, like...
And it's almost like, so you talking to me slightly stupid today, but yesterday you was just hand out.
Yeah, and I used to have to tell her that, like, Ma, I'm the only... Not throwing it in her face that I was the only one that was doing certain things for her, but at the same time, it's just like, first of all, don't talk to me like that. You know what I'm saying? Just yesterday, you loved me so much, and I'm like, you know, we got this strong relationship again today because I tell you no, or because you feel like I answered the phone with an attitude, which I probably did, but you don't still talk to me no kind of way.
I agree with that. Now, to his point of, am I selfish?
No.
For wanting to put my needs before hers? First of all,
no.
Do you feel like you owe your mother? Okay, because some parents have that. You owe me. I raised you. You owe me. You need to take care of me. I'm owed. Now, I'm a firm believer in if I got it, I'm going to provide it for my parents. But if I don't got it, you have to provide for yourself. Now, I don't feel like no child, unless you was just the worst problem child, you was always in and out of jail, your parents always had to spend unnecessary money to get you out of trouble, a lot of their life savings went on, you know what I'm saying, contributing to your dumbass mistakes or whatever tribulations you had growing up as a teenager.
Right.
Okay. I see a little obligation there because it's like, well, had your ass just acted right, they probably wouldn't be in the situation they're in. But then you also have that situation where it's like you were a great kid, you made life easy for your parents, they had no problems raising you, now you're in a great state, and they feel like you owe them. And it's like, well, I didn't ask you to fucking birth me at this point, you know? And now, I am a firm believer if you got it and you move yourself out the hood, your mama's still there, yeah, move your mama out the hood if you can afford it or take her with you, something. But I never feel like any child should feel obligated to giving their parent anything.
I agree.
You make that decision as a parent to bring that child on this earth, not to bring this child on this earth to take care of them later.
Exactly. And I agree because, like, I can speak on my situation, like, with my dad. Like, he'll call me and be like, how come I haven't heard from you? Because you ain't called me. Well, I'm the daddy and I'm the daughter. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's things like that. Like, I'm not wanna talk to me, then just call me. But I'm not gonna always be the one to reach out to you. Especially, I mean, I guess it's different because we never had.
I was gonna say, well, it depends on how your relationship was with your dad as a child. Because I'm kind of like that. Like, I love my dad. Everybody know. But me and my dad's relationship is not what I would like it to be. It's not as ideal as I would like it. We're not as close as I would like. I mean, we've gotten a lot better. I'll give you that. But there used to be a time where I used to feel bad because he didn't call me. And then that's when I grew up and was like, listen, I'm a dope ass individual. You see that every time we have a conversation. You're proud of the woman I'm becoming. So at some point, that's your loss, sir. When he called me, we talk. I call him sometimes, check on him, but we don't talk every day. We don't talk every week. I mean, it's unfortunate, but at some point, I just feel like no child should be responsible for rekindling or making a relationship with their parent work.
Facts. Come on now.
Like, I'm a little ass girl. Why is it my responsibility to reach out to you to make this stronger?
And then my whole thing is, like, with my dad, he the type that be like, well, I'm getting older now. Okay.
I'm getting older too.
What that mean? Like, and that's why I tell him, I just be like, okay.
Because they try to use that pity of, I'm your father, I'm your parent.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I just don't think it's fair for parents to hold that obligation over their child's head. Like, you need to take care of me. You're supposed to take care of me. Because then, when you start feeling like I'm supposed to take care of you, we have people like this young man that wrote into us starting to question if the things that he wants is selfish of him putting it over with his mother wants.
Right.
When she a grown-ass woman who can take care of herself. Apparently, I'm going to assume she's not enabled from taking care of herself. You just rather choose to. And I say that because now you are making steps to the next move with your girlfriend, which means you don't have a certain responsibility before making that decision.
Exactly.
So that means that this sounds like this is a choice of yours. So again, you have to ask yourself, do I owe her?
And then could it be one of those situations where it's like, well, I mean, she basically taking him for granted because she know that he's going to do X, Y, and Z for her. So because she knows that, she's going to keep taking.
And which is why it's like, okay, well, you paying my rent already, so why you can't move me out first?
Right. Or you paying my rent already, so does that mean when you move into this house, is you still going to pay my rent?
And I assume you paying her rent and all her other bills too, because you're saying that she got the necessary things that she need, and the necessary things that she need is food in her stomach,
a shelter,
and clothes on her back.
Period.
That's what she needs.
So, no, to answer I do not think that you're selfish for trying to take the next step with your girlfriend.
But don't be a fool and allow your mother's behavior, especially if this is something that you're doing for her as a favor or just because you want to and not because you're obligated because she can't take care of herself. You don't want that overlapping into your home. You don't want to lose your woman because you got two girlfriends.
You don't want to let go of your mama.
Two girlfriends, him, her, and his mama.
Right, and then sometimes you have to because, I don't know, a man is supposed to provide, number one. That's what the Bible say or whatever. However, when you're making a decision like that, you're always supposed to put your woman first, your wife first, your girlfriend first, or whomever. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't always be like, oh, well, let me ask my mama first. Let me see how my mama will feel. Or, like, no, you a grown man. Like, no. Like, I'm going to be honest. My brother, and I'm sorry, Toddy. My brother, right, when he got married, he told my mama, I need you to move in. Move in?
No, what?
And I'm sorry, sis, but I would have never married him.
Tiffany, you're a girl. You love your husband. How do you work?
We all looked at him like, why does she need to move in? Like, stop being a fucking mama's boy, period. Like, my brother is a big ass mama boy, and it blows.
This is recorded, so in 20 years, if you ever want to know how she really feels, this is how she really feels.
It blows me, but then I can't talk because if they see I'm like, stand with me, I'm like,
I ain't got time. Because you cry when this little boy wants to stay with you.
I sure do.
So, when is it appropriate? Okay, so I want to take it back real quick. So let's just rewind, and this is kind of to like kind of touch on like parents feeling like they owe you or blah blah blah. Everybody ain't got it well enough where they can provide for their parents and themselves.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Where they can actually say like, I'm taking care of myself, I'm paying my mama bills. Everybody can't say that they doing that. So does that obligation come with the kid depending on the parent? So like, when is it appropriate for you to stop depending on your parent financially, emotionally, mentally? Because I feel like at some point you have to know when it's okay to still depend on your parent and when it's not okay. Like, okay, I feel like 21 is appropriate. That's like the cutoff.
Yeah, that's what
You know, it's like, okay, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like that depending on your parents for too long affects your growth as an individual.
I agree.
You know, and it almost affects your growth in the relationship as well with whoever you're with, because you have a lot of 30-year-old women out here, you know what I'm saying, in our age group that are like, well, if he can't do this, and this like my daddy do, then I can't be with him. And it's like, sis, that's what you teach your 7-year-old daughter. Right. That's what you teach your 13-year-old teenager when she's starting to get into boys. You know, your 16-year-old daughter. It's like at 30, why you still fucking talking about my daddy doing this for me, and if you ain't doing this for me, that's a problem. Because it's like, sis, why you not doing it for yourself? Or, bro, why you not doing what? Because how you going to expect somebody to do it for you and you aren't doing it for yourself? So it's like, what is the appropriate age to depend on your parents, and what is an inappropriate age to still be dependent on your parents?
So I feel like this: when you graduate high school, most people think they're grown, right? Mm-hmm. So if you're grown, then that means you don't need to depend on your parents for anything, in my opinion. Like, if you out here making grown decisions and this and that, what you still depending on your parents for? However, me personally, I can say I still sometimes depend on my mom when it comes, like, emotionally. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes I be needing her. Even my mom, she's not like a emotional type of person. She's just like a fucking, I don't know. But sometimes I still depend on her. Like, when I have certain situations, I do talk to my mom about it. Like, am I wrong for feeling this way about this certain situation type of thing? But I mean, that can be tricky. I say honestly, when you turn 18, once you feel like you're grown and you start making grown decisions, I feel like that's when you need to stop depending on your parents. That's me. Because when you turn 18, most people go off to college. You know, and then you in college making good decisions, some bad decisions.
I'm gonna say 21. I feel like 21 because 18, you ain't even able to make a decision legally, for real.
You're not. However, most people feel like when they turn 18, I'm grown.
Now, to your point, for those 18 and 19-year-olds that feel like they grown as hell, then yeah, you should not be dependent on your parents because you out here making grown ass decisions. But for those timid ass 18, 19-year-olds that still like, oh my God, what am I gonna do without my mama when I get to college? I think it's still important for them to still feel like they can depend on their parents at least until they're 21, because it's almost like 18, you just getting a taste of the world. Mm-hmm. 21, oh, you out there. It's time to start thinking about being a grown up. You know, when you would say like, when I grow up. I feel like at 19, I was still like, when I grow up. Really? Yes. I was still calling my parents for grocery money in college. Like, granted, I had been taking care of myself since 17, but when I went to college for that 1 year, that was when I realized I could not depend on my parents the rest of my life. Like, I got my job at 17. I started taking care of myself up until the time it was time for me to go to college. Right. Now, college, my first year of college, my parents did pay my rent. They paid for all my groceries, but yet they was controlling the income of my flow. And that was when I decided, like, yeah, no.
I can agree with that.
And I am not depending on them for the rest of my life. It's time to go home and get a job.
I can honestly depend on that because when I was away at college, yeah, my mama, she made sure I had what I needed and my rent and stuff was paid. But it was just like, but Ma, I need to get my eyebrows done. Ma, I need to get my nails done. And she was like, you don't need to do that. That's something. Like, and it was just like, I was so over it. I can agree with that, yeah. But I feel like once you start making grown decisions, you need to stop depending on
I
your
agree with
parents.
that.
I mean, for me, I had to stop depending on my mama shit when I was 20. Because that's when I had my son. So it's just like, I can't depend on her
well, at that point,
to take care.
and speaking of that, that's a good thing that you brought up because I feel so bad for parents. Because like you said, when is it appropriate? And you say when you start making grown up decisions, you should stop depending on your parents.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if my 16-year-old daughter got pregnant, my mind is telling me that I would tell her ass, you need to figure it out. But my heart would not let my child be out there like that because I know damn well she can't even take care of herself. She can't take care of no baby.
Now, I feel like you do need to tell, and this is just me. Listen. I feel like you do need to tell her, like, look, figure it out. But at the same time, help her figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's time for you to get down on her. Figure it out. You chose to lay down and have sex. You got pregnant. You need to figure it out.
But you got people out here putting their kids the fuck out. Like, I feel
I wouldn't do that
for children like that.
No.
But I also feel bad for those parents that's like, with a heart like mine, that's like, I'm not gonna put you out. You can't even take care of yourself. I got you until you figure it out.
It's not like
they still fucking taking care of the kid. Now that I couldn't do. Ain't no parties, ain't no extracurricular, ain't no cheerleading, ain't no homecoming. You gonna sit your ass at home and be a mother.
Well, I would still let her have a tad bit of fun. Like, for example,
you was having too much fun. That's the problem.
I would still let her go to homecoming. I would let her go to prom. But at the same time, I'm not gonna spoon feed her. Like, figure it out.
Let me ask you something. Why should she still go to homecoming and prom?
Because that's like, it's high school. I would still want my child to have those memories. Yeah, she got pregnant at a young age. But I would still want her to have those high school memories.
Who buying the homecoming dresses and the shoes and the ticket and the hair and the neck? Who buying that?
Obviously,
she got a damn baby at home. That's your hair, your nails, your homecoming dress, them shoes.
That's where it comes in where I say tell her to figure it out, but at the same time guide her. At this point, all right, baby, you want to go to homecoming? I'm going to help you a tad bit, but I'm about to teach you how to save to do shit that you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never had nobody, when I wanted to do stuff after I had my baby, ain't nobody teach me how to save money. Ain't nobody teach me how to save.
But that's how you gotta teach her how to make sacrifices. Because you got a kid, honey, you ain't gonna be able to always go to Vegas.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna be, but you gotta prepare her for that now. So that she won't be that parent that feel like, cause I missed out on homecoming or cause I missed out on prom, you gotta take care of me. No, sis, you need to understand that because you took that sacrifice of fucking being grown and having a baby, that's what come with that. You had to miss those things. So now you need to learn how to appreciate, okay? You know what I'm saying? Coming over that and how to make sacrifices as a mother. Because what you not gonna do is use the excuse of being a young mother to be a fucked up mother. Sorry.
Yeah, that's true.
Because a lot of young parents are too friendly with their kids today, which is why some of the generations is the way that it is. Because they want to be friends with their damn kids.
I get what you're saying. I'm not saying I will be like that. Like, she's not gonna always do everything that she wants to do now that she got a baby. What I'm saying is, I'm gonna let her know, like, sis, this your baby, this my grandchild, I got y'all through whatever, but you're going to figure this shit out. So honestly, if my baby, especially if she's still going to school, she's doing good in school, I see that she's really trying to be a better person, I'm going to let her go to homecoming. I'm going to let her go to prom if that's what she want to do. Now, if she's just one of those teenage mothers just like she is.
Oh, I said every weekend.
No, but I would let her enjoy her night at homecoming. I would let her enjoy her night at prom. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shit happens, and I'm not promoting teen pregnancy, but shit fucking happens.
Okay,
I'm not even promoting pregnancy right now. Shit happens, okay? What I'm saying is, as long as I see that my baby is honestly trying,
and I agree, and you know something, I agree with that because, like you said, shit happens. She may be a A student, and you gave her that leniency, and like, you focus in school. I'm okay with you having a little male friend. You know what I'm saying? And They do what they do. Shit happens. And she's still focused even after having that baby. Then okay, I understand that.
And then again, but in the midst of her still having her shit together, I'm gonna make sure, baby, you gotta figure this out. No, mommy is not gonna buy Pampers every time you feel like you ain't got the money. Figure it out. Call the daddy. Call the other grandma. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, figure it out. But then I honestly see that ain't nobody, like, you know, like, if she really don't have it, and then the daddy and the other people and other shit, then okay. I'm not about to tell my baby, no,
of course don't be, I'm not saying be like Corella the fucking Bill and be like, bitch, you had sex? Figure it out.
Yeah.
You can sleep on the pallet in the living room. Keep the damn baby voice down. But, what I do want to ask, because this is so good leading into one of our questions. Oh my God. Okay, the mother-father thing. You know how you was just like, you need Pampers, call a daddy. Why is it that teen pregnancy, and I know we're a little bit off of subject, but teen pregnancy, why is it that the girl is always obligated? Why is the girl always obligated? I know that the mother is its caretaker, but there are certain instances where you have a teenage couple, right?
Mhm.
They have a baby.
Mhm.
The boy, though, right? Say for instance, the boy is a football player. He ain't the best fucking football player in the world, but he's good enough to be ranked, and he get like a scholarship. Okay. Right? So, Coach Carter, you seen the movie Coach Carter? Okay, so a similar situation like that. Girl get pregnant, he still got a scholarship. Is it fair for that boy to leave and go pursue his dream while he leaves this girl behind with his baby?
It's not fair. However, I'm a strong believer that you shouldn't let anything stop you from what you desire, baby or not. Like, that's just, it's not fair whatsoever for you to leave the mother and the kid back at home. But if you're going to go to college with this scholarship, you're going to give it your all, then baby, do it.
So that you can make a better life for this baby and this girl and yourself when you come home.
Exactly.
Correct.
I'm a firm believer that.
Correct.
But if you just going off to college because you just don't want to be a fucking daddy, boy, bye. You in that scholarship, I throw it out the window because I'm doing some goddamn damage, okay? Got me fucked up.
Okay. So that leads me to ask you, before I ask you this.
Okay.
Sir, you are not selfish for putting yourself first.
You're not.
At this point, you've done your due diligence. Like you said, you are the only boy of 6 siblings. The other 5 better step the hell up while you now do you. Mm-hmm. Don't ever feel selfish for putting yourself first when you've done everything that you didn't have to do. You've actually overgiven yourself.
I was just going to say that because in my opinion, I feel like you did too much. Once you told me that no matter what you do, it's never good enough for her, baby, by everything I do would have been out the window. It would have had to been like a 911 emergency for me to continue to sit up here and try to help my mama.
To teach her how to be grateful of what you do. Mm-hmm. I get that.
It would have been a 911 emergency. But once that she's always complaining about everything I do, no matter what I do, and you gonna complain about something that I don't have to do, that I'm willing to do for you? Oh yeah, baby, you done. You done for.
So you gotta set them boundaries and just remember, like, set them boundaries. Ask yourself, do I owe her anything? And if you don't, then maybe, you can keep doing for your mother just a list of things that you want to do for her. Boundaries, okay? Say it with me. Boundaries. Okay.
Because now if you out here, I don't know, like if you just out here buying her groceries, but you and your girl barely got groceries, that needs to stop. And I'm not saying that's what the situation is, but that needs to stop.
Just an example of overgiving yourself to your mom and taking yourself from your relationship. Because now I feel like you're putting somebody else in this equation. You're now buying this home with your girlfriend. So that means now your money is your money. You can do what you want with your money. She's not your wife. She shouldn't be telling you like you can't do shit for your mama. She shouldn't be telling you that. However, if what you doing for your mama is coming in to play with what y'all got going on at home, meaning, okay, y'all need a new water pump, and you ain't bought the damn water pump yet, but yet you paying your mama rent, that's a problem.
That's a problem.
Don't ever take out of your home to give to somebody else, mother or no mother. You did your part, okay? Let's remember that. And also, not setting those boundaries and allowing her to depend on you as much as she do can make her crippled, and she'll never fucking get it right.
So you gotta think,
yeah, you're enabling her at this point. At this point, she's taking because she know you're gonna give. So it's almost like, why you mad at her for feeling like you should be moving around first?
And then again, you gotta think about it. Like you said, he's the only boy, and him and his mother are really close. Like you,
and that's not your girlfriend. That's your mama.
That's your mama. You technically the man of the house to her. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're her man. And then again, it can be the jealousy thing. Well, I know my son is a great man. I know what he do for me. I can just imagine what he's going to do for his girlfriend or for his wife.
Some women don't want that. Yeah, you don't want to do better for her.
So, yeah. I mean, you got to take all these things into consideration. But the number one thing is, obviously, is boundaries. You have to know exactly when to say no to your parents, your friends, whomever. You just got to know when to say no.
Taken care of.
And trust me, I know that saying no, it hurts. Because, like, when I have to tell people no, I be like, man, I should have just did it. Like, you know, you get that guilty feeling. Yeah. But at the same time, it's just like, I have to do what's best for me at the end of the day.
And right now, paying your bills, it ain't it. Because I got to start prepping for this house. So, yeah, definitely write down you a list of what type of things that you can continue to do for her. And what kind of things that you aren't going to be able to do for her. You need to have a conversation with your mom. And this is what it is. And you either take it or you leave it. Simple.
Like, you can still take her to the grocery store, but no, you cannot buy everything on her grocery list.
I got $50 for you. No,
that's a fact.
No, $50 ain't enough, Jim. I was joking.
Is it $50 his mama? Well, I say maybe
$50 is like a week worth of groceries. You need to be taking her every week. Like,
you're right.
150 is okay.
For
her not to have to call him for a month.
And you can still take her to her doctor's appointment. You know,
wait, I don't know. You said you're giving him a whole idea. Right.
Or whatever.
But you can't take her to the doctor to bingo and
pay for her to play bingo.
No.
Because when she win bingo, is she giving you some gas money?
But Jasmine, that's not right to ask your mama for gas money. I don't think that's right.
Girl, bad. Ma, you need my car? You gonna fill it up?
That's different. But I need to come back. No, this is not Uber. Don't be like that, Jasmine.
Girl, bad. You get in my car. You drive my car. You better put some gas up in it. Because I ain't going to the gas station.
So, but real quick to double back, before we end this segment, I need to double back because I got to know. This question is so good. Okay. And this ties into everything. The fact that this guy is taking care of his mom ties into the whole conversation of teen mother. Is it okay for the boy to move on with his life, to, and then come back later?
Okay.
Why are mothers more recognized than fathers? And is it okay?
It's not okay. I don't think it's okay. But this is the reason why. You know that saying, mama's baby, papa's maybe, or whatever? Yeah. Like, that's the reason why. Mothers, and some mothers do. We do got some deadbeat mothers out here. No real mother is going to wake up and decide, I don't feel like being a mother one day. Versus a man who can just get up and leave with no questions asked. Do I agree with mothers always being recognized more than fathers? Absolutely not, because there are some great ass fathers out here. Do you hear me? Some great ass fathers.
It is. It really is.
And because nobody wants to see or build up a man, not a little boy, but build up a man for everything that he's doing, it's not good to them. Now, I'm not saying every parent deserves a pat on their back for doing their job, because, motherfucker, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to do your job. However, you never see men being built up like, damn, you a great ass father, you a dope ass father. I like that you do that.
It's not a publicly known thing. Now, I've had this conversation with a couple people. Okay. And I got a lot of opinions on this, okay? So, a lot of people feel like, when Mother's Day come around, we don't celebrate it like we should, but, we don't celebrate it like Father's Day. Like, Father's Day is not as recognized like Mother's Day. Now, I do not agree that mothers are recognized more than fathers because, like you said, you have some great ass fathers out here. I know a few of them that are really great ass fathers. However, because, like you said, mothers don't wake up every day like, okay, I want to be a mom today. I don't want to be a mom today. Men also don't have to go through half the things a woman has to get a child here. Okay? And this is my thing. I don't have kids yet, and this is one reason why I don't, because I'm not having them until I got a husband. My thing is a woman's mental, her emotional, her physical, her everything changes just to bring that child into this life.
I can agree with that.
Okay? Now, that's one and probably the only reason why I see mothers more celebrated than another man, than a father. But I feel like people should not get so tied up into a day. Mother's Day, Father's Day, and this is the reason why.
Before you start on that one, but at the same time, who's to say, and I get it because I've been pregnant, whatever, but who's to say that father isn't going through that same emotional state that the mother is going. The only difference is he's not carrying the child. You know what I'm saying?
Tell me exactly what changes about a man during the pregnancy.
He can be scared. He can honestly be scared. And this is why I say he can be scared. He can be scared because he probably got that self-doubt like, damn, what if I'm a fucked up daddy? Or, you know what I'm saying, how am I still supposed to, he might not be in his best stage of life right now. How am I supposed to provide for this baby? How am I supposed to make sure that the mother of my child is still good? He's probably more concerned about how the mother of his child is feeling versus his own feelings. You know what I'm saying? So I get what you're saying, but at the same time, who's to say that man is not also feeling?
But I feel that, but I don't feel like that's as traumatic as what a woman go through. You only going through college. You still got time to get a job. You still got time to get some money. You still got time to do that. A woman ain't got time to hope her fucking uterus is gonna stay intact after she had this baby. A woman ain't got time to work to think about all of them damn stretch marks that's gonna be on her body, and she hope that they gonna go away. A woman ain't got, like, it's not as traumatic. Like, I hear you, sis. I'm thinking about the mental of a man. I get that, but it ain't as traumatic.
It's not as traumatic, but at the same time, you gotta also think about it too. Men don't know how to do stuff,
and that's what the fuck I'm tired of.
They don't know how
the world making
an excuse
for men not being able to do something. A man gonna do what they want to do.
I agree.
And I feel like when your child get here, are you gonna learn how to channel them emotions?
I mean, it's still all a work in progress, though.
It is, which is why I don't like the excuse of a man don't know how. It's a work in progress. A man should learn how. You know what I'm saying? They should learn how. However, I feel like if you are a great father, and me as a woman, this is how I would be to my husband, because I'm sure my husband will be a great father. I'm going to pray to God that he does be. But if my husband is a great father, Father's Day is going to be like every other fucking day for him.
Exactly.
Because he's going to be appreciated
every day. As he should. And just like
every day.
I feel like everybody should be appreciated.
I feel like people shouldn't get caught up in a holiday, because I'm going to be honest with y'all. Go to a certain neighborhood on Father's Day. Sometimes the surrounding. Okay? If you go to a certain neighborhood, Father's Day is a big fucking deal in certain neighborhoods. It's sometimes always about your surrounding. You know what I'm saying? I really feel like, and I would love to do this. I would love on Father's Day to do something different, like, you know what I'm saying? Do like a little Father's Day parade or something just to give to those fathers that are awesome. But I do feel like the idea of the day we should get too hung up on that.
And
I feel like we shouldn't get too hung up on that, because it's almost just like, damn, like, is it that serious that Mother's Day is a big deal? That means fathers aren't appreciated?
I don't feel like either day should be a big deal. However, you do have some, like for an example, right? On Mother's Day, everybody on social, and I'm just speaking from like social media wise, millennial wise, like our generation wise, right? You have those who on Mother's Day, every mother get a happy Mother's Day, right?
I know what you're going to say, and I hate that so much.
Come Father's Day, it's very rare that we see somebody say Happy Father's Day. But instead, what they're doing is saying Happy Father's Day to single mothers. Like I didn't got every year I go off on people that text me Happy Father's Day on Father's Day because I'm not my son's fucking daddy. I'm his mother.
You're not his dad.
Like you know what I'm saying? So just because I'm a single parent don't mean anything. So that's what I hate because you got those great ass daddies out here who don't even get a Happy Father's Day, and that's not fair to them. But yet you got mothers out here who still get Happy Mother's Day whether they're a good mother or a bad mother.
And see, I don't like that because I just feel like.
But that's why I say that it shouldn't be, a mother should not be more recognized than the father, especially if it's a good father. Because then you got single fathers out here
that don't even get a Happy Mother's Day, although they still they don't treat them the same way.
Exactly.
And I know a couple single fathers that are really good dads.
Exactly.
Really fucking good dads to their kids.
And I know fathers, for an example, my brother, he got full custody of his son. And not one time do he get
a Happy
Mother's Day on Mother's Day. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
you know what I think? I think Mother's Day and Father's Day should go away.
You know what I also think too?
I think that shit should go away.
This is another thing, and I'm gonna get into like the legal part, okay? Cause I gotta get into my legal part now.
I know what you're gonna say. I feel like
fathers, the system against fathers are like, it's bogus as fuck. I'm gonna be honest with you, right? A mother can go and get child support whether the daddy got a job or not. Let me tell you something. If a man try to go and get child support, they're gonna be looking at him like, you doing what you supposed to do.
Now, I don't agree with that, Jess, because I don't feel like Now, I hear you. Now, because of the situation that I know you talking about, we talked about this already.
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of fathers are not educated enough how to go seek child support from the mother. It's only one person in this world, as a woman, that I've ever known that paid child support, and I was actually like, okay, so this is possible. This needs to, like, awareness needs to be brought to men on how to seek child support. Halle Berry paid child support for her daughter.
But Mom, you gotta think about it.
It ain't the fact that they celebrities. I'm just saying, I've heard of a woman paying child support for their child, so that means that it's fucking possible. You just gotta fight for it and educate yourself correctly.
It's possible, Mo, but it's very rare. I don't care.
But I think it's rare because nobody's filing for it, though, Jasmine. I don't think I've heard often, besides this one situation, of a person actually filing for child support for a kid as a man. I don't think I've ever experienced it.
Oh, yeah.
It's very rare for me to hear it, because when you told me about that, I was actually shocked.
Yeah.
Because I don't hear it often.
And then you got to think about it, too, is like I said, first of all, the system is stacked up against African American males anyway. We just don't. That's a proven fact. Okay. So no matter what you do, you will never be good enough to the system. Y'all will always be good enough in my eyes, because like y'all need that. But to the system, you will never be good enough. So no matter what I don't care if you got fucking the lawyer that Halle Berry baby daddy got. Huh? Oh. Well, never mind. Listen.
That's why I said let's just forget that they celebrities and just think about the fact that a woman did it.
I mean, again,
because she was a black woman, okay? And her baby daddy was a white man. So now I'm starting to think, okay, did that work out in her favor because of?
9 times out of 10, I'm certain that's why. But then, okay, think about it too, though. You also got mothers out here that put their child's father on child support out of anger.
Taking care of the damn kid. That pisses me off.
I hate that.
That makes me so mad because there's so many good dudes out here that really take care of their kid, but the mama still take them for child support because
she bitter, she angry.
That's like
you got mothers out here that will dog a man out.
I think that's crazy.
But the whole time it's her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
she mad because he don't want to be with her. So
no, you can't see your baby. No,
I don't like it. Listen, honey. Okay, I can't plan my life, and I want to be married before I had kids. But God forbid that marriage don't work out, and me and my husband separate. Every time you want their ass, you can have them. Okay? I don't care if I am mad. Matter of fact, I am mad. You gonna keep them an extra day. Like, I ain't keeping them away from nothing. Let them ass see them kids, because guess what? You a fool for keeping that kid away from their daddy so that you can now make up another damn story later to have them figure out why he ain't been around.
Right. Exactly.
That's petty. You don't ever want your child thinking that you kept them away from their kid. Because guess what? They gonna get older. They're going to go through stuff just like you did, and they're going to start to figure stuff out. So if I was you, just let the kids see their daddy. It's not that deep.
It's really not.
It's not that deep, sus. Like, it's not that deep. Like, I've watched my cousin have his kids all the time. Whatever they need, he get it for them. Still garnishing his check, and he see these fucking kids every weekend.
Yeah. And then I don't like the whole thing, like, I don't like the whole thing where, like, okay, if the daddy's still giving you money, right? And then
why do the daddy have to give her money?
Like, giving her money, like, for the kids. Make sure the kids got clothes. I mean, granted, he can go and get it himself or whatever, but, like, you know.
Okay. That's my thing. I feel like if the kids need some clothes, if the kids need Pampers, if the kids need this, if the kids need that, then that's what I need to give you. Not no damn money. Because money can be spent on anything. Because you may have them Pampers in the closet already. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with a money exchange. If it's for the kids, it needs to be the items the kids need. Okay. If you need the child, give me the child. Let me go get the things the child need, and I will return the things and the damn kid back to you.
I was like, I can agree with that. But then you got some mothers out here that be like, oh, well, if such and such is going to your house, then you ain't getting no clothes from my house. Go buy your own clothes. Okay, which is cool. Alright, cool.
What, so y'all don't separate clothes type of thing?
No. What the baby gonna go home in? The clothes that I done brought? So you telling me
you need to send out and swap.
Exactly.
That's no ignorance though at that point.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, fathers out here, and mothers out here got it bad too. But good fathers,
we appreciate y'all.
Y'all got it fucking bad.
And it's sad.
I appreciate y'all. Like, me being a single mother, like, I appreciate the fuck out of every good father. Like, every single last one of them. Yeah. Because it ain't fair.
It's not fair. And it's really sad. Listen, y'all still good fathers, but I still stand on what the hell I say about a woman's body, all that, and y'all don't go through as much traumatic stress. But on another note, I am here with y'all. I feel for y'all, and I don't think that it's fair.
It's not fair.
It's really not. It's not
I want to say something else, but I ain't gonna say it.
And that's why I hope I have a son so that I could, you know what I'm saying? I just want a awesome fucking son.
Yeah.
Do you hear me? Like, I want intellect on 10. You know what I'm saying? Concern on 1,000. Selflessness on 1,000,000. Like,
exactly. And not to brag on my baby or nothing, because my baby is the shit. Period. Okay, my baby is the shit. But a lot of people that meet him always tell me, like, that little boy gonna be something. Like, a lot of people that meet him, like, it's this evangelist who love my baby to death. And every time she see him, she be like, JC, I'm going to be something great.
He's
like, he's going to be something great.
Selfless.
Yeah. Even my stepdad. Like, when my stepdad see him, he be like, I don't know, but he going to be something. I'm like, I know he is.
I can see JC being like a pediatrician.
I don't know what my baby going to be.
A good doctor. I can see that.
I don't know what
he can't be no lawyer. He too sweet. He going to be like, did you really mean to kill me? You didn't kill me. Did you really mean to do it? It's okay. Like,
I don't know what my baby's gonna be, but he's definitely gonna be great. And I would like die to make sure that
he will be great. And he's so sweet. And
he's smart.
What I will say is continue to keep raising him the way that you do. Just don't be that mama that's like, well, move me out back.
Nah, I ain't gonna do that. I just be joking. I'm not gonna do that. I ain't gonna tell him to move because I don't feel like he's obligated to take care of me.
And he's not.
He's not obligated. That's just like in that last video I said, I don't ever want to put that pressure on my baby that he needs to break generational curses or whatever, because at the end of the day, shit fucking happens. Mm-hmm. It happens. I can just do my job just to make sure that I'm raising him to be what he needs to be at. Mm-hmm. Like, My baby, he already told me he putting me on though. He said he about to start him a business. He gonna sell his toys and he gonna hire me. So my baby, he gonna do something. Period.
Entrepreneur.
Okay. He said he hiring his mama.
Period.
But yeah, I don't
let him take care of you forever, Jess.
No, I'm not gonna let him take care of me at all. Honestly, I'm the type of person that if my baby decides he wants to give me some money, I'm gonna put it in his savings account. Like honestly, that's what I do with the child support checks that I do get when I do get them. Maybe like $10 here and there, but they go on his savings account. What the fuck I need it for? That's his money. It's called child support for a reason. It's for the fucking child. It ain't for me.
Girls be out here.
I'm just saying.
Killing it with the child support.
With the child support.
I hate it.
No, that's
and y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all, and this is to my ladies, to my young ladies that don't have the best relationship with their child's father, that y'all may need to hear this. Don't keep that baby from him. Don't do it. It's not worth it.
Baby, as much as I want to change my phone number, not because of that situation, but just in general, like I don't want to be accessible to people no more. And yeah, I can just put people on the block list, but I just want to change my number so bad. But two reasons why I'm not going to change my number. One, because my son know my number by heart now. And number two, I never wanted to be a point where his dad or his dad people come out and be like, well, she blocked me or she changed my number. We ain't have no way to access her. Them the only two reasons why I probably won't change my number. Not because I'm saying since I'm about to change my number. But them the reasons why I don't, you know.
Yeah. Just
because you would never say that I tried to keep somebody away from you. Never. Because at the end of the day, I feel like no matter what the gender of the baby is, boy or girl, they need both fucking parents in their life.
I agree.
Both parents.
A mother cannot teach a man
how to be a man.
Just like a dad cannot teach a young lady how to be a woman.
Period. Only thing you can do in a situation like this is be like, well, don't ever treat a person like this or like that. You know what I'm saying? But I can't teach my son everything that he needs to know as a man, because I don't know what fucking men experience outside of what we see on social media. You know what I'm saying? So
just teach him how to not be the man that we can't stand. That's all.
That's a lot of fucking teaching. No. But no, real shit though. Like, you know, they definitely need both parents. I'm a firm believer that, you know, a girl first heartbreak is her father. I'm a firm believer of that. I'm a firm believer that a son's love for his mother is unconditional. Just by looking at my brothers and my mama, and it's just like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all?
But you don't see that in Jason because he do the same thing.
Jason he doesn't do the same thing to me, but Jason, he's 6. My people, they grown.
Well, I'm praying that Jason gonna get out of this by 10, okay? I'm praying for my baby that he gonna get out of this by 10.
Well, what you gonna do with me? Put me in the mental hospital?
Girl, I don't know.
Exactly.
Honestly, we just gonna have to get you a hobby. Period. We gonna have to get you a hobby, damn it. We're gonna have to get you a hobby. Well, thank y'all so much for tuning in. And just, you know, vibing with us like y'all have been. We appreciate y'all so much. The love that we are getting from y'all is crazy.
It's so dope. We appreciate it. We love y'all.
We were not expecting this at all. So we just hope that y'all stay tuned in. Y'all are loving what we bringing to y'all. And again, we want y'all to talk to us. Comment under the video, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Make sure you subscribe and just
share it. Definitely share it. Let us know what y'all think. If y'all have any questions, anything y'all want us to talk about, anything, like if you want to write in, do that.
Right in.
If y'all want us to do a challenge, anything.
We lit. twinviews@gmail.com. Make sure y'all email us with y'all, you know, whatever y'all situationships, y'all relationships, y'all parent problems, y'all work problems, hell, y'all friendship problems.
Because I'm going to take that job in a minute, boo. Period.
But not before you find another one. We got to have a plan before we just get up out of there, okay? But anyway, y'all, thanks for tuning in. We love y'all.
Bye.